Hello internet world and welcome to a new video on the Geekanoids channel. In today's video it's very exciting because this is going to be my review of the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. Now normally I do these videos live, and indeed I'm going to be live with you in a very short while, but this is a little bit of pre-recorded video actually being recorded with the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, and I think that the video quality is top notch. I've been very impressed with how this phone's been performing. Now if you stick with me throughout this broadcast, you'll see some photos that I've taken with the smartphone as well. I'll also be showing you the screen, how the performance is, and also giving you my opinion on day-to-day use. Things like checking emails, doing social media, browsing the internet, watching YouTube videos. So without further ado, I think it's time to go live and give you back to Dave. Hello internet. Hello internet world. I hope you actually enjoyed the intro to this video. That was a bit of pre-recorded video actually captured with the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, and as you probably imagine, I'm very impressed with this smartphone. In fact, stay tuned to the latter part of this video because I'll be revealing what my plan is with this particular smartphone, and you probably won't be surprised if you've looked at the title of the video, but I want to talk to you really about the quality, my experience with this so far, and also of course show you some photos captured with the Mate 20 Pro, because this is all about the camera. Well, the whole video's not, but the main sort of selling point of this is that triple lens on the back and the amazing photo quality. Now I'll show you the photos first. Actually, you've already seen the video capture, which I think is absolutely superb, but I think we should take a look at some of the photos captured with this device. So I'm going to pop into gallery and let's have a look at some of these photos. They're really very good. In fact, let's pop this underneath the camera so you can get a good look at what I've been taking photos of. So this is the really good photos from flowers. It was in good sunlight, admittedly. Very good quality. Really like how this screen looks as well. It's got good viewing angles and it's absolutely fantastic for using with the camera. Let's pop into the camera. Let's go back to the home screen and launch the camera. And I'm not sure if you can see this very well on the video, but at the moment we're on 1 times. We can actually tap here. We can slide as well, and then this has gone up to 3 times, and then if we tap again we're now up to 5 times, still focusing on that keyboard at the back of my desk. That's pretty impressive. And then we can tap again and it goes to ultra wide, so it's 0.6 times. You can see the bottom of my screen there. The actual photos this has been taking have really impressed me. The photos absolutely amazing. Let's go back into some of these photos. I mean, just look at the detail on this. In fact, let's switch over to the actual photos so that you can have a better look at what this has been achieving. So this is straight from the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. This is with no editing, no color correction, nothing. This is just straight from the camera, and that is fantastic. Really good quality. We'll also take a look at this one. This is a little cactus. You can see all the detail around the little sort of needles on the cactus. And then this is quite a difficult photo to take because there's obviously a lot of white, but you can definitely see all of the little tiny pollen heads inside this rose, but yet it's still kept the white balance on the rose really very accurately. This was the photo I was showing you on the screen of the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, and again really good colour rendition on this. And then let's pop back to this one. This was almost, we had the sun sort of in the top left hand corner, and against the sun shot wasn't working out too well, but a very good rendition of how the sky was looking. Very evenly lit and still kept the detail of those foreground subjects, the pegs on the line there. And then this I took just to show some of the sort of rust on this old tap, this outdoor tap. Lovely quality, and even at this quite near distance between the wall and the tap, you've still got some shallow depth of field creeping in there, so it still managed to blur the background. I think that's a really fantastic photo. And then with medium light, no studio lights here, this is just sort of a natural light coming in, and again it's picked out all of the detail really nicely. Back to another outdoor shot. Look at the quality of this. This is fantastic. Those colours really do pop on this particular photo. And then we've also got this last one I took here just to see how it's picking up the reflections from the water. I think that, you know, did a really good job. So I'm really impressed with how this camera is performing. Let's talk to you a bit more about the actual build quality of the Mate 20 Pro. The fit and finish on it is absolutely superb. Been really pleased with the screen quality. Also really impressed with the speaker quality when watching YouTube videos. Top stuff there. And the battery life, fantastic. Very, very good battery life. Oh, excuse me. The battery has been lasting me easily a whole day between charges, so I don't think you'll have any issue at all with the battery life. And the software, well, the software's been running very smoothly, and the performance has been much better than I expected, you know. And I just have got very little bad I can say about it. Obviously the EMUI version 9, the overlay that Huawei put on top of Android version 9 on this particular smartphone, obviously that takes a little bit of getting used to. Things are set out a little bit differently. We'll take a little look at that so that you can see how the software looks. But once you get used to that sort of overlay, and you can of course put a different launcher on here, but I've stuck with it as it came out of the box. Once you get used to it, it's very, very good indeed. They've done a really good job of refining their EMUI software. So let's take a closer look at the software, just so you get an idea of what everything looks like. And we can also take a closer look at the actual the phone itself. So this is my home screen at the moment, and I've got the screen set to very minimal brightness. In fact, let's pull down that notification panel. You can see here under half brightness at the moment. These are all of the shortcuts that you can take advantage of. You've got screen recorder, wireless projection, eye comfort, etc. If we go into settings, here, this is how the settings panel is laid out. And this is sort of the only thing you've got to get used to, really, that's different from sort of stock Android. And of course the main launcher. But once you're actually using an app on the phone, there's very little difference between this and stock Android. You're going to have different animations between screens, but I think it's very sort of picky if you're you know, really insisting on a stock Android experience. Now you can select to have this with or without this app tray. If you have it without the app tray, then it just spreads your icons across various screens. But you can also have the app tray, and then you can scroll through this. And at the moment I've got it sorted to alphabetical order. You can see I've got plenty of apps installed on here, and I've tested pretty much all of them, and every single one has worked flawlessly. So let's pop back to the home screen, and you can see some of the pre-installed apps here. You've got like a phone manager, themes, music, video, health, gallery. We also get the Google apps pre-installed as well, and everything is really nicely laid out. Of course the Google Play Store's on there. It's got its own email app, which admittedly I have not used its own email app, but the actual transitions between screens, everything works as you would expect. It's very, very fluid. I've had no issues with stutter, any sort of UI issues. Of course the notch is there. If we go into settings, we can actually search settings. I believe if you search for notch, you can go here, and then you can go notch, and then you can actually hide it, go back to the home screen, and it's completely gone. So you can get rid of the notch if you really need to. I don't mind it on this particular phone because it is quite a shallow notch, but of course you can still get rid of it, and it still utilises this space either side, so it doesn't shift everything down. It actually hides it very nicely, because this space is still used with your little notifications and the clock, and then you've still got the full screen real estate for interacting with the smartphone. Let's just turn this over onto the back, just so you get a better look, albeit with the reflections there. But this is the 3 camera array on the back, and that nice big flash. It does a fantastic job, this camera. I don't think you'll have any issues at all with using the camera. I think you'll be very, very pleased with the results. Another nice touch, albeit I've got this in a case, is it's got a little red or pinky red power button. I do like that a lot. On the bottom there we've got USB-C in the microphones. I just think it's a really nicely designed smartphone, very comfortable in the hand, and very well built. I'm really impressed, very, very impressed indeed. So anyway, this is a live broadcast, of course, so let's take a look inside the live chat. We've got a big hello to say to Oyvind, to Ilyas, Jessica, Shoaib, and James Ag, and Jessica as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Ilyas saying, are there any improvements in user experience on this Huawei? Software was the main drawback in their smartphones. Well, yeah, they've certainly refined the EMUI user interface. I think they've done a very good job. They've sort of pulled back on some of the little gimmick features and really refined it, which is what a lot of manufacturers I think need to do, and Huawei have got a good balance in this particular phone. Jessica Edmonds, beautiful pictures, absolutely amazing photo quality. Thank you very much, Jessica. James Ag, I have this coming on Friday. How are you finding the real world battery life? Well, as I mentioned earlier, I'm easily getting a day between charges, and that's on medium use. I would think that I could eke it out, and at the end of the day I've still got around about sort of 25-30% battery life, so I could probably eke that out to a day and a half between charges. If you're a really heavy user, and I mean like 4 hours plus of screen on time per day, you'd still get through a whole day. I don't think you'd have any issue getting through a whole day. We've also got Paul. Hello Paul, thanks for tuning in, and also Sips and Badshot UK, and Mark. Thank you very much for tuning in, I really do appreciate it. So in closing, I said to you to stay tuned till the latter part of this video. As you can see from the title, this is my review of the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. I am impressed, very impressed with the build quality, the software, the battery life. Amazed with the quality of the pictures. This is producing some amazing quality photos. And if you watch the introduction to this video again, that was actually recorded with this Mate 20 Pro sitting on a tripod where my camera is now. And I think it did a really good job of capturing that video as well. I think if I was being very picky, the video, if you pan fast, it does go a little bit wobbly, but if you pan sort of slowly, plan your shots, then it does a really good job of capturing 4K or UHD video. And then one last thing, as you can see from the title of this video, this is going to be my new daily driver. I'm that impressed with it. It far exceeded my expectations, and just the combination of everything that I mentioned, but mainly the camera performance. I know a lot of people do judge smartphones nowadays on their camera performance, and I'm no different, because this is the camera I have with me all the time, so it's a very important feature nowadays. And when we saw announcements of 3 cameras on the back from this manufacturer and others, I saw Twitter come alive with saying, what are they going to do next? Put 4 cameras on, 5, 6, 7? I don't care how many cameras they put on. If it performs this well, then it's a welcome addition. It really is. If you want to pick up one of these for yourself, then I've left a link down in the video description. Please do also check out the Huawei mobile website. This is the Mate 20 Pro. There's also the Mate 20X if you want an even bigger screen, and there's also the standard Mate 20, which has still got the triple camera array on the back. So there's something for everyone at all different price points. Beautiful screen, beautiful smartphone, and I can highly recommend it. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button. If you're new, please do subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell. And if you've got any questions or comments at all, then please do leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in another video very soon.